We've all been there, stuck in traffic, wishing we had a different way to get around. But imagine this, the traffic jam never clears. The engine sputters its last, because the grid is down. No electricity, no fuel. This is a real possibility. We rely on modern transportation. But when the unexpected hits, that reliance becomes our Achilles heel. How do we adapt? How do we survive? That's what this is all about, survival. We need to think like our ancestors. When the grid goes down, it's those who are prepared who will make it out alive. Let's dive into the wild world of off-grid transportation. Alright, when the world goes offline, there's a certain beauty in going back to basics. And what's more basic, more reliable than a good old-fashioned bicycle? No fuel to scavenge, no complex engines to worry about, just pure human power taking you forward. Now, we're not talking about leisurely Sunday rides here. This is about resilience, about covering ground efficiently when every meter counts. A bicycle becomes more than just transport. It's your lifeline to resources, to safety, to a fighting chance. Think about it, you can navigate narrow paths, weave through abandoned cars, even carry a fair bit of gear. You become faster, more agile, a ghost in the grid-down world. But remember, even the toughest bike needs a bit of TLC. That's why it's crucial to learn the basics of bicycle maintenance. Patching a puncture, fixing a broken chain, these skills become invaluable when the bike shops are closed, mate. Stock up on spare parts, learn to make do and mend, and your two-wheeled companion will see you through. Now, just like in the animal kingdom, not all bicycles are created equal. You've got your thoroughbreds, built for speed and efficiency on the open road, and your workhorses, ready to tackle the toughest terrain. Choosing the right one for your needs is paramount. For general use, a standard bicycle is a solid bet. Lightweight, maneuverable, and perfect for covering long distances on paved surfaces. But if your journey takes you off the beaten path, you'll want something a bit more rugged. That's where mountain bikes come in. These beasts are built for off-road adventures with chunky tires, sturdy frames, and suspension to handle those bumps and jolts. Need to haul supplies? Look no further than the trusty cargo bike. Designed for carrying heavy loads, these workhorses will be your best friend when scavenging for resources. And for those tight spaces, or if you need to pack light, a folding bike can be a real lifesaver. Compact and easy to store, it can be quickly deployed when you need to make a quick escape or navigate through tight spots. Choosing the right bike is just the first step. To truly conquer the post-grid world, you need to equip yourself and your trusty steed for the long haul. This means thinking practically, anticipating challenges, and packing smart. First things first, invest in some quality panniers. These sturdy bags attach to your bike's frame, allowing you to carry essential supplies without sacrificing stability. Water is life, especially when you're covering miles on pedal power. Secure water bottle cages to your frame and carry a reusable water filter to stay hydrated on the go. A basic toolkit is your best friend in a grid-down scenario. Pack a puncture repair kit, a spare inner tube, a multi-tool with Allen keys and screwdrivers, and a good quality bike pump. Remember, knowledge is power. Familiarize yourself with basic bike maintenance techniques before you need them. Practice patching punctures, adjusting brakes, and replacing chains. Being able to fix your own ride could mean the difference between reaching your destination and being stranded in the middle of nowhere. Now, sometimes even the most reliable bicycle won't cut it. We're talking about treacherous terrain, heavy loads, situations where you need more than just human power. That's when we turn to our four-legged friends, those ancient partners in survival. Horses, donkeys, oxen, these animals have been carrying us and our burdens for millennia. They're living, breathing engines fueled by grass and grit. But let me tell you, harnessing that power, it's not for the faint of heart. Owning an animal is a huge responsibility, even more so in a grid-down situation. You're not just providing for yourself anymore. You're responsible for another living being. Food, water, shelter, medical care, it all falls on your shoulders. Before you even think about saddling up, ask yourself, can I handle this? Have I got the skills, the knowledge, the sheer determination to care for an animal when resources are scarce? It's a big commitment, but get it right and you've got yourself a loyal companion and a powerful ally in the fight for survival. Just like choosing the right bike, selecting the right animal for your needs is crucial. Each animal has its strengths and weaknesses, and understanding these differences can mean the difference between success and failure. Horses, with their speed and stamina, are ideal for covering long distances. They can carry riders and pull carts, making them versatile companions for scavenging missions or relocation. But they require significant care and feeding, and their size can be a disadvantage in dense terrain. Donkeys, on the other hand, are renowned for their sure-footedness and strength. They can navigate rough terrain with ease, carrying heavy loads on their backs. They're also incredibly hardy and adaptable, able to survive on minimal resources. If you're dealing with truly heavy hauling, then oxen are your go-to powerhouse. These gentle giants can pull immense weight, making them ideal for transporting large quantities of supplies or even building materials. However, their slow speed and specific dietary needs require careful planning and management. Acquiring an animal is one thing, but building a bond of trust and understanding is the real challenge. You're working with a living, breathing creature which takes patience, respect, and learning. Learn the basics of animal care: feeding, watering, grooming, and recognizing signs of illness. Understand their language, their subtle cues and signals. Training is crucial, starting with basic commands and gradually increasing complexity. Bonding with your animal creates a sense of loyalty and partnership. We've talked about bikes and animals, but let's not forget about good old-fashioned human power. Out here in a real survival situation, a simple cart or wagon can be worth its weight in gold. Remember, it's not about looking fancy, it's about getting the job done. Now, you might think a cart is only useful for hauling garden waste, but think again. A sturdy cart can transport firewood, water, even your bug-out bag if you have to cover ground quickly. It's all about adapting to the situation and using what you've got. Look at this bad boy. It's not glamorous, but it's built for tough terrain. Those big airless tires will keep you moving even if you run into punctures. And believe me, in a grid-down scenario, finding a working spare tire might be the last thing on your mind. So, before disaster strikes, assess your transportation options. A simple cart might just be the unsung hero of your survival strategy. Remember, improvisation is key, and sometimes the simplest tools are the most effective. Alright, so you're convinced about the power of carts. But with so many options out there, how do you choose the right one for your needs? Well, it all comes down to your specific situation and the types of loads you expect to be hauling. For general-purpose use around the homestead, a good garden cart will do the trick. Look for one with a sturdy frame and a decent-sized bucket. You want something that can handle a bit of weight without falling apart. If you're planning on transporting larger loads like building materials or heavy supplies, then you'll need something with a bit more capacity. A larger wagon with 4 wheels and a flatbed will provide the stability and strength you need. And for those of you who value portability, there are even collapsible carts available. These handy contraptions fold down for easy storage, but don't underestimate their strength. They can still handle a surprising amount of weight when assembled properly. Just like any piece of essential equipment, your cart or wagon needs a little TLC to keep it in top shape. Trust me, the last thing you want in a crisis is a broken-down cart with a wheel hanging off. Regularly inspect your cart for any signs of wear and tear. Check the frame for cracks, the wheels for loose spokes, and the tires for punctures or excessive wear. Remember, prevention is better than cure, especially when resources are scarce. If you do find any damage, fix it immediately. Learn how to patch a tire, tighten a loose bolt, and lubricate moving parts. These simple maintenance tasks can significantly extend the lifespan of your cart. And don't forget about storage. When not in use, store your cart in a dry, sheltered place to protect it from the elements. A little bit of care will go a long way in ensuring your cart is ready to roll when you need it most. When the pumps run dry, we need to adapt, improvise, and overcome. That's why we're looking at alternative fuel vehicles. These vehicles can be lifesavers when petrol is a distant memory, harnessing the power of wood, the sun, and even plants to keep us moving. This is a wood gasifier, a testament to human ingenuity. It burns wood to produce a combustible gas for engines. Explore solar-powered vehicles for off-grid travel. Biodiesel from vegetable oil or animal fat can power diesel engines. Preparation is everything in a grid-down situation. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of wood gasification. This process involves burning wood in a low-oxygen environment to produce a gas that's mostly carbon monoxide and hydrogen. This gas, my friends, is what fuels your engine. It's a bit like turning your vehicle into a steam engine, but instead of water, you're using wood. Building a wood gasifier isn't for the faint of heart. It requires welding, metal fabrication, and a good understanding of thermodynamics. But if you're serious about off-grid transportation, it's a skill worth mastering. Imagine the satisfaction of building something that can keep you moving when the world grinds to a halt. That's what survival is all about: adapting, innovating, and never giving up. Now let's shift gears and talk about solar-powered vehicles. These bad boys harness the sun's energy to keep you rolling. They're quiet, emission-free, and perfect for short trips around your off-grid homestead. Building one is challenging yet rewarding. It requires understanding electrical systems and solar panel installation. Start small and upgrade as your skills and budget allow. Begin with an electric bike conversion kit and work up to more powerful vehicles. The possibilities are endless, limited only by your imagination. So there you have it, a crash course in alternative fuel vehicles. When the grid goes down, we need to be adaptable. Sometimes the best way to navigate is by water. Rivers, lakes, canals, these become our new highways. Key things to keep in mind: safety and preparation. Wear a life jacket, be aware of weather, and never overestimate your abilities. Canoes and kayaks are your best bet for rivers and lakes. Canoes carry gear and passengers. Kayaks are faster for solo trips. Efficient paddling is crucial. Find your rhythm and conserve energy. Essential gear: waterproof map, compass, and first aid kit. If you're fortunate enough to live near a coastline, the ocean becomes your highway. Sailboats harness the power of the wind, freeing you from fuel limitations. Sailing takes time and practice to master, but it's efficient and exhilarating. Choose a sturdy, seaworthy vessel that's easy to handle and maintain. Don't forget essential safety equipment like life jackets and a VHF radio. Sometimes it's not about long-distance travel, but about overcoming obstacles. Rivers can divide us from essential resources or act as barriers to safe havens. That's where rafts come in. These makeshift vessels can be constructed using readily available materials, providing a vital lifeline when needed. Building a raft is a testament to human ingenuity and resourcefulness. Logs, branches, empty barrels, anything that floats can be used. The key is to create a stable platform that can support your weight and your gear. Lashing techniques are crucial here. Use strong cordage or rope to securely bind the materials together, creating a raft that can withstand the currents. Consider incorporating natural materials like reeds or bamboo for added buoyancy and stability. Remember, improvisation is key in a survival situation. Use whatever you can find to make your raft as seaworthy as possible. Before setting off on your raft, it's crucial to test its buoyancy and stability. Gradually add weight until you're confident in its ability to handle the load. And remember, safety first. Always wear a life jacket and have a plan for what to do if the raft capsizes. Transportation in a grid-down scenario is challenging, but with proper preparation, you can maintain crucial mobility. Remember, the goal is resilience, the ability to adapt and thrive in difficult circumstances. By considering alternative transportation now, you're taking a significant step towards being prepared for whatever the future may hold. Stay mobile, stay prepared, and stay safe. This is SurvivalScope, reminding you that preparation today leads to resilience tomorrow.